Dorit said 5 minutes in, we getting into it. Like, I'm not playing around. I need my check.
Hey, we'll see what's about to happen. Hey, we'll see what's about to happen.
Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm your favorite girl diva. If you are new to my channel, you're most definitely welcome. If you're not new to my channel and you were day one, stay one. What's good, what it do? You already know what it is, but if you're new, back to you. Subscribe to my channel. It does help me out a lot. Like the video, hit the thumbs up button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on when I post, upload, or go live. Now, as you see in the title down below, girl, we are back for another review, a different season. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This is another franchise. I have been doing reviews for Potomac, but the lineup for Bravo, girl, Bravo, let me go ahead and give you a round of applause right now. You guys are clocking in. I know the Salt Lake City hoes was tired. I know they are tired of carrying the Bravo franchise on their backs because Potomac is trash, New York City is trash, Dubai is canceled, and Atlanta has been prolonged to 2025, I believe. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this review of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Season 14, episode 1, Grace Time is Over. Grace Time is over, honey, and that's directed probably towards Kyle Richards. Let's just go ahead and jump right into this episode. So we start off with, it looks like Garcelle is packing for Atlanta. Erica Jane, I don't know if I want to call her EJ or Erica Jane. So right now we'll just stick with Erica Jane. She is going to a showroom because she has to do some shopping for her house. Sutton is driving over to Jennifer Tilly's house. We have, this is what I did mean to say. We have all of our girls back minus Anne Marie, who was never really our girl in the first place. And what was her name? Crystal, who now has a podcast with Cynthia Bailey, aka 50 Cent, from The Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I do tune into that podcast. I listen to it and it's actually really good. I won't say it's really good, but it's not boring. It's actually really good. Like, Cynthia spills tea. Like, Cynthia is she likes to chat. She's a yapper. So we're not, if you are a Crystal, like if you enjoy Crystal in past seasons, you can't miss her. She's all over Instagram. She's, like Cynthia says, always winning an award. That girl is actually rich in real life. I won't even say rich. She's wealthy. She got the coins. Okay, we do have some new faces on the cast. We have Jennifer Tilly, who is an official friend of the show, and I believe Kathy Hilton is now an official friend of the show as well. But the new full-time cast member, you already know I'm here for it. She's a chocolate girl. She is a beautiful, black, gorgeous boss babe. She was the chief marketing director, I believe she said, for Pepsi, Netflix, Apple Music, Uber. I'm sure I'm missing something. She is a creator and CEO of her own company. Girl, if you skin folk, you know I'm gonna do my research. So I'm gonna put all of the things. So you guys can support her. I'm gonna put her business down below in the description box. But I feel like she's gonna be really good for this show. So let's just go ahead and I know I keep saying it, but let's go ahead and get into the review. We see Sutton cruising through her rich ass neighborhood, passing Kathy Hilton has, it's not even a mansion, that bit is a fortress. Like, Kathy Hilton's abode is humongous. Like, when Sutton was driving by, I was like, that's Kathy's house? Like, that's the house that she always had? Like, I've never noticed how grandiose her house is. Maybe they just never showed it, but I've never noticed it. Nonetheless, Sutton pulls up to Jennifer's house, Jennifer Tilly, and I'll post a picture of Jennifer here. If you guys have not or are not watching the show, but you just like to watch my videos, I appreciate you, hey? So I'll do my best to post pictures of the people that I am talking about. So this is Sutton Strat. This is Jennifer Tilly. So I know you guys know, I believe, if I'm not wrong, because I didn't do no research on her, I didn't care. I mean, not that I didn't care, but I'm pro-black. We got to get in what we fit in. She got enough promotion in her life, I'm sure. So Jennifer Tilly is, I believe, the voice of the Bride of Chucky, I think. And Sutton goes over to Jennifer's house, and as Sutton is walking up to her door, I'm like, oh my God, Sutton looks so good. Not just like face and body wise, but her fit. Her style has elevated to me. She used to kind of dress like an old lady, like, I don't know. But now she's dressing, I feel like, I won't say younger, but her style is more befitting now. Like her hair pulled back in the cute ponytail, the bow, like the bow is so in right now, and a cute little sundress. And you know that sundress was not $20, it was probably $2,000. So she pulls up to Jennifer's house. Jennifer opens her door and she's like, Sutton! And Sutton says that she greets her like that all the time. She greets her like that all the time, whether it's been 5 months or 5 minutes. Jennifer Tilly is always loud, proud, and excited to see her. They go in, and Jennifer Tilly's house is really ugly. I don't know if that's her house or a house that she's renting, but the decor is hideous. Yeah. They sit down. She pours Sutton a drink. She lets Sutton know, I got your favorite grape juice, girl. Go ahead and have a seat. She's pouring Sutton a drink, and Sutton's like, a little bit more. Pour some more. A little bit more. Ho. So they have a chat, and Sutton is pretty much letting Jennifer know that Kyle is going through some things. As we know, last year, it was pretty much announced that she was getting separated. I don't know if they're actually divorced right now, but they're separating. They have been separated. And even in this episode, she said that he just recently moved out. Sutton was saying how she doesn't like the type of friend that she was to Kyle last year. And I don't think Kyle is Sutton's friend for real. Because last year, Kyle was dogging you. Kyle was picking on you every chance she got. And in your own house at that. So the fact that you were actually making her stand in her truth the same way she would be doing to somebody else. Like, this is a show. We're on a show to show our reality. And the reality of your life is that your man is walking around in the ski slopes with a snow bunny that's like 19 years old. Last time I checked, that ain't you. So why aren't you talking about that? Let's bring that up. Because if it was my tea, you would have bring it up. You would have spilled it all over the table. In my head, I'm like, Sutton, F that. That's part of the game. She already knows what she signed up for. And it was already out in the public. So you bringing it up, she knew, she had to know in the back of her head that somebody was going to bring it up. It's good that we see that Sutton is actually a good human being, but you have to play the game, Sutton. If you're going to be on this show, yes, be yourself. But if you're going to cut up and feel bad about it later, you might as well just like cut up and don't feel bad about it. Is pretty much what I'm getting at. So Sutton lets Jennifer know that they did have a heart-to-heart because they weren't talking for a while after the reunion, and Sutton was like scrolling through the internet, and she usually would see stuff that she likes for her friends, and she saw something that was really cute that she was like, I know Kyle would love this. And she was like, but I can't text her because we ain't talking right now. And that's that hurt. Like, friendship breakups are really hard, especially when you are friends for real. But I feel like Sutton is more of a friend to Kyle than Kyle is to her, but that could be just me. I'm just going off of what I see on their 15-minute scenes out of an hour episode. Sutton does say how she wants to throw a surrealist party, and we see more of that at the end of the episode, towards the end of the episode. And I must say that I feel like this episode was really long. I expected it to be an hour, but I looked up at the time and it was 9:08, but the episode was still running. Like, it ran into, I feel like, New York. So I was like, how long is this episode? The episode felt like a good hour and 20 minutes maybe. But I enjoyed every bit. Like, I ate up every bit of it. So, moving on to the next scene, we see Erica Jane. She is showing up, pulling up to a showcase. And y'all, I can't say it enough. The outfits, the outfits were phenomenal. Erica Jane's lime, I don't even want to say lime because it was actually neon yellow monochromatic look was everything to me. I loved it. I would say Erica Jane is probably best dressed throughout this whole episode. And that white woman can dress. That is a good looking white woman. I don't give y'all many compliments. That is a good looking white woman, if I do say so myself. Dorit meets Erica. Dorit, she want to be a fashion girly so bad. Hold up now, get into it. She want to be a fashion girly so bad, Dorit, but sometimes she really just misses the mark. But the outfit that she wore to meet up with Erica at the showroom, I thought that was really cute for her. Her hair also looks good. Even Kathy complimented it. Her bust down wavy, yeah, that looks really good on her. So Erica pretty much tells her that she's trying to furnish her house. Erica has a 3-bedroom from what it sounds like to me. A bedroom, obviously a kitchen, and a living room. But 2 of the bedrooms she uses for a closet. So it's really time for her to start furnishing the house. And she's selling more of Tom's things, I'm assuming. Like the furniture that reminds her of Tom. She's pretty much getting rid of everything. And I believe, because let me tell y'all, I don't think she really got money like that. Because is she going on tours? Like I said, I don't be in white folks' business like that. So I really don't know what Erica Jane got going on. So correct me if I'm wrong, but why didn't she buy anything in the store? Why didn't we see her buy anything? You know how on Salt Lake City, they're like bringing back the price tags. Bring back the price tags. Like if they're going into the stores, because the way Erica lifted that thing up, I don't know, it was some type of jewelry or accessory box. She lifted it up, pulled up the price tag, and Jesus, closed it back. Like she might as well have said, oh my God. Cause you could tell she don't got the money. Cause why were you looking at the price tag? Who does that? If you have the money, if you got the funds, why are you looking at the price tag? She tells Dorit that she wants her expert eye on some pieces to pick for her house, but she didn't pick no pieces. Nonetheless, they sit down and talk, and Dorit tells her that she has good news and bad news. And unlike Erica, I want the bad news first. Give me the bad news first. And then we're going to sweep the bad news out with something sweet, if we can. Dorit tells Erica that she is separating from PK. And from what it sounds like, I think it's PK's idea. It doesn't sound like it's Dorit's idea. Throughout this whole episode, at least 7 times, Dorit has called this man an alcoholic. Whether he is or not, it's almost as though she's trying to paint a narrative. We find out that he stopped drinking, I believe, at the reunion. He was 4 months sober. So he's probably about maybe 8 months to a year sober now. And he has a sober coach and he's doing a lot better. But now with this sober mindset, he's realizing that maybe he doesn't want to be in this marriage to Dorit, and they need a separation to actually figure out what they're going to do. And their kids are 10 and 8. They're saying that, I understand that y'all don't know what y'all are wanting to do right now. That is your reason for not wanting to tell your kids. But keep in mind, kids are not dumb. I know, like, y'all think the viewing audience is dumb, but y'all be thinking y'all kids is dumb and naive too, and they don't know what's going on. They know and they see. They not only do they know or see, if they don't know or see, they feel things. They feel shifts in the household. So you saying that you don't want to tell the kids anything. We got Stacy on Real Housewives of Potomac, Kenya 2.0, saying that she doesn't want to tell her daughter, who's much older probably, anything. When somebody's going to tell them or they're going to see it, just be honest with your kids. They're not dumb. Like, it's just that simple. Erica, I feel like Erica almost, I didn't see no tears, but she do get emotional. Dorit pulls a triangle out of her. The bag she had was so fire, but that's neither here nor there. Erica gets emotional, and I feel like Erica probably thinks she may have egged something on, because there's no way, just like Dorit said, there's no way that Erica knew what was going on in their relationship. They show a flashback from BravoCon 2023 where Andy Cohen asked a shady question while they were on their Housewives panel, and he said, who do you think is the next housewife on your show to head to Splitsville? Erica walks up and says Dorit and PK, and turns around and goes and sits back down. She did apologize. She said it was just a shady answer and she really didn't know who to say. So she just said something stupid. It seems like in the confessionals, Dorit is like actively dealing with it, but not really dealing with it. Dorit was pretty much telling everybody that would listen that not only is PK an alcoholic, but her and PK are getting separated. Two young kids. Like, she was telling Bazoma this at the end of the episode at the party. And I'm like, you just met this lady 5 minutes ago and you spilling all of your guts to her. Like, she wanted to tell any and everybody that would listen. Erica lets Dorit know that after she leaves the showcase, she had plans to go over to Kyle's house. Do you want this to come up? And because they're not on good terms right now, Dorit obviously says no. Y'all, this season is gonna be so good. So, and if you see me looking down, as always, I am looking at my notes. I do take notes while I'm watching the episode, just in case that there's something that I forget. I don't want to forget anything or leave anything out, but if I do, it's obviously an accident. Charge it to my head and not my heart. We go on to the next scene where Erica Jane is going over to Kyle Richards' house, and Kyle and her daughter Portia are trying to move some furniture around. But for whatever reason, and these doors are actually tricky because my mom got one at her house where there's 2 double doors and they both open out. It's so hard. First of all, if you got nails, it's a no-go. It's a freaking no-go. It's so hard. You have to somehow be able to have your hand up here and have your hand down here at the same time. Push both buttons in and push the door out. Impossible. It's completely impossible. So I did quite honestly think that they were gonna ask Erica, because she is very long and lanky, girl, stick your hand up there, push that button, I'm gonna push the button down here, and we're gonna open this door on out, we're gonna move this furniture like we need to move it. But nonetheless, they ended up just bringing it back into the house and putting it back where it was originally. Erica Jane comes in, and I really can't stress it enough how motherfucking good she looks. Like, she looks so good. And I don't mean like because she's as skinny as a freaking stick bug. It's just the outfits. Like, she put that shit on, and she ain't even doing too much. Like, she not even doing the most, and she looks like so good. So as I said, she's at Kyle's house, and you guys are probably wondering, I am in my jammies. I am wrapped up in my blanket because I had no idea I was going to be reviewing this show, to be honest. I did have plans to review the Real Housewives of Potomac, which is literally neither here nor there. But the past 2 to 3 episodes have been really boring, and here we are. So I'm gonna do my best. I'm really gonna do my best to crank out this content. So you guys, don't forget to, I know I'm just inserting this in there, but don't forget to like these videos. Liking my video really helps me a lot. It brings more people to my channel, people who wouldn't normally stumble upon it. So like I said, like I always say, don't forget to like the video. Kyle is, to sum it all up, embarrassed, and she doesn't like to be embarrassed. That's all I'm getting from it. Dorit outed her at the last reunion because Kyle was saying how nobody knows that they're at odds, and she doesn't want it to really be said that they're at odds. Why? I have no idea. Now you guys can see this blanket. That's crazy. Okay. But yeah, her and Dorit were not in the best place at the last reunion, but Kyle didn't want nobody to know that. But at the same time, her and Kyle, they were not getting together. They were not meeting up before this reunion. So, which is why Kyle sent this text out, pretty much trying to smooth it over, saying, please don't bring up our issues. Like, this is not something that we need to even talk about or bring up. This is nobody's business. When in all reality, you are on a reality show, and this is all of our business. This is all of our business. Spill tea. So shout out to Dorit, because it's given, if she's mad at you, she's putting it all on the table. She's spraying everybody, including herself. Kyle gives Erica a soda, but Kyle no longer drinks alcohol. She no longer drinks soda. I don't know if she drinks caffeine, but if you're not drinking soda, you might as well just cut caffeine altogether. I did see her pull out a kombucha. The brand of kombucha that she had is really good. I have tried it myself. I don't know that particular flavor, but the passion fruit, so good. Like kombucha is kind of good now. It's actually kind of good. So I do like that Kyle is on this health kick. She does look better, and the fact that she could like see and check herself, like I don't like the way I feel when I drink. I don't like the way I act when I drink. And that's something that I just have to cut out altogether. I do think that it's kind of crazy that she stopped drinking and realized that she probably don't really fuck with her husband like that, and she really might not want to be married to him anymore. And PK also stopped drinking and got sober and cleared his mind up and realized, I want to stop fucking with Dorit, and I don't really like her like that. I maybe don't want to be married to her anymore. So were you guys just like drunk this whole relationship? What's going on here? That's what I'm not understanding yet. Like y'all are just now realizing that, did I, like, were y'all drunk this whole time is what I'm getting at. I need to know. Questions that need answers. We move over to Atlanta where Garcelle is with her son. Her son comes to visit her. He's gonna go to work with her later on in the day to see how her set is pretty much. He's also gonna bring his girlfriend. This is the same son who was on Vanderpump Rules, and we actually watched him cheat on his wife, I think it was actually his wife. He was married and he cheated on this girl on the national www World Wide Web and the internet, because we be streaming, we be watching live. So he now has a new girlfriend. I don't know how Garcelle really feels about the girlfriend per se. She doesn't really say, but she does say she doesn't want her son to jump into another marriage like that, let alone a relationship. But here we are nonetheless. She's also gonna meet them at the set. So I feel like Garcelle's scene wasn't, like, they did show a little bit of her at the round table, like in probably past shootings, but this whole scene of Garcelle's was pretty much clips and pictures of her like working, past clips from prior filmings, it looked like, and then you get the on-screen text that says May 9th, PK and Dorit released a statement. We really didn't get that much of a scene from Garcelle. We got a little something, but we didn't really get much from Garcelle. So Garcelle pulls up on her phone and she's like, I thought it was really funny that she even found a way to make a joke. She's pulling up the statement and her son is standing behind her and she's reading it and reading it and reading it. And she goes, Dorit must have written this because she's so long-winded. It was given, I'm not reading this. I'm not reading this. I'm not reading it. Dorit goes over to Kathy's house in this scene here. And when she walks in, Kathy is literally sitting getting pampered like the rich white woman that she is. She has someone giving her a facial, somebody holding a smoothie up to her mouth. She's getting her nails done. She's getting her hair done. And I believe her feet are soaking as well. Talk about a life. So Dorit comes over and she's walking in the room and she's like, well, God dang. And then she's walking over to Kathy, and I promise you I hear Dorit say, don't get up, I'm coming over there. And Kathy said, oh, I wasn't gonna move anyway. Girl, I wasn't finna do that anyways. Kathy is so, like, she oozes, like you could tell she came out of a rich womb. You could tell. She was born that way. She wasn't bred that way. That's what it's given. And if that's not the case, she's a phenomenal actor. In this scene, I do feel like Kathy, if she wasn't hemmed up and other people were probably out of the room and it was just them two, she really would have got into the nitty gritty. She was asking a lot of questions that Andy probably wouldn't even ask. Are y'all still having sex? Dorit, are you listening? Are you a good listener? I understand that you want him to listen to you, but are you listening to him? Kathy was asking all of the good questions. And I feel like, because like, I'm going to add this as well because I'm not the only one that peeped it. Dorit is saying that they're not in a toxic space, but at the same time, every chance you get, you're outing this man as a psychotic alcoholic. But back to the question of, are they still having sex? Kathy says, "Are you guys? Do you guys still get together?" And Dorit goes, "Are you asking, do we still have sex?" Kathy goes, "Yeah, pretty much." And she shakes her head no. Dorit says no, they're not having sex. They have not had sex. And sounds to me like PK ain't playing with her. PK is out of it. PK is done. And you can see in like the season, I guess, what is it? The season trailer, they were sitting down at a table at one point, PK and Dorit, and she was talking to PK saying how they talk on the phone at least 5 times a day. And PK's rebuttal was, well, that's gonna stop because we're getting separated, and that separation is more than likely leading into divorce. Hopefully not. Hopefully they can work it out. But it doesn't seem like PK is wanting to do so. He's leaning more out of the marriage. All in all, I do think, just like Dorit said, it is pretty ironic or funny that Kyle has pretty much iced her out. Her and Kyle are not talking at all. They haven't spoke since the reunion. But her and Kathy are like this right now. And I feel like Kathy do be playing in her sister's faces. Like, people that don't get along with Kathy, she would not want Kyle to be hanging out with. But with Kathy, it doesn't seem like it's ever gonna be that way. Kathy's gonna do what Kathy wants to do. So that's the end of that scene. We move on to Sutton's house. This must be either later in the episode or later in the week. She's getting ready for her surreal party. And I thought, Sutton, okay, hear me out. For this occasion, what is her name? Buzoma St. John, BSJ. We're gonna call her BSJ for now. BSJ, in her all-white outfit, she looked phenomenal. She dressed for the occasion. Jennifer Tilly dressed for the occasion. Dorit, although she looked hella dumb, dressed for the occasion. Garcelle and Kathy. Kathy looked the frig good, man. Kathy really looks good. She dressed for the occasion. For whatever reason, she looked like a fairy. I want to call him Amir. Avi. If it's Avi, hopefully it's Avi. Sutton's assistant that she treat like trash. He gave me Mad Hatter vibes. I didn't see it until now. There was something that he reminded me of. And now that we're at this party, he gives me the not Mad Hatter, the White Rabbit. He gives me the White Rabbit vibes. He's always in a rush. Like, he's in a rush. He's trying to keep everybody on schedule, keep everything together. And I felt like, what I was really getting at is, I felt like Sutton's dress was just not given. If you should have been like the Queen of Hearts or something. Why was your heart this big and upside down? I would love to know what look she was going for, because I hated it. It could have been better. Like, she should have been over the top. Like, this is your party and you dressed like an extra. So Erica Jane, I didn't like what she had on. Them eyeballs was giving one of them angels. Y'all know how they say them angels got 50-11 eyes. I didn't like her dress. But Kyle looked really good. Kyle looked really good, especially the eyeshadow look. Everybody looked so good except for, I feel like, Garcelle with this pale lipstick. Garcelle and Sutton, they were worse dressed for the party. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. They were worse dressed for the party. So Dorit was spilling all her tea to BSJ, not just meeting this lady. I just want to know who's bringing her onto the show. Like, who's introducing. You know, there's always someone that's already currently in the cast who brings the other cast member on, the other full-time cast member, whether they know each other or not. If they don't know each other, they pretend to know each other. Who is bringing BSJ on? Who's bringing her on? Because it doesn't really seem as though she's really Sutton's friend. Because I'm like, there was a scene where she was sitting down or attempting to sit down in the chair after she hugged Avi. And she missed the chair and she fell, like she was falling back. And Avi was like, oh shoot. He actually ran around the table and was helping her before she could even hit the floor. Sutton sat there like this, almost like she was embarrassed, and not only embarrassed, but annoyed that all this was happening. So I was like, yeah, that was weird. Sutton, I got my good eye on you because that was very odd. Kyle Richards shows up. Her and Dorit don't really talk until the end. Before that happens, Dorit, I guess, bumps into Garcelle, and they haven't had really any good conversations. Garcelle don't really see it for Dorit, and Dorit don't really see it for Garcelle. So there's that on that. And in a friend group, you're not gonna get along with every person there, and that's completely okay. As long as you guys have like a mutual respect for each other, there really should be no problems. You're all grown women and you should be able to be cordial. So at the end of the episode is when the big summer blowout happens. Dorit and Kyle pretty much have a sit down at the end of the episode that is pretty much to be continued. So when it picks up next episode, that's when we're really gonna get into it. I just wanted to really do the key points in this episode, and I ended up doing more than I thought I would. But like I said, this first episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, honey, 10 out of 10, 10 stars, 10's across the board. 10, Dorit said 5 minutes in, we getting into it. Like, I'm not playing around. I need my check. We're splitting, so that means I'm gonna have to pay my own bills if I don't get any money from this guy. Yeah, I'm clocking in. Cha-ching, I need this. I need all my things. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Like the video. Hit the thumbs up button so you don't miss, and the notification bell so you don't miss out on when I post, upload, or go live. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this episode. What do you rate it, 1 through 10, or even 1 out of 5? And I will see you in my next video. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. It does help me out a lot. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Hey, we'll see what's about to happen. Hey, we'll see what's about to happen.